Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I am doing a tutorial using some items that I received from Craspire. They are a company that makes products for wax seals, and they also make all kinds of other items like stationery items and stickers and things like that. I will have the link for them down below. If you did not see my original video, I unboxed some items that they sent to me to review, and I had a lot of fun making some altered tags with them. I made these two here. So if you want to see that video and how I did that, I will put the link for it down below. But today I will be making a couple pages that I'm using in my Holly Hobbie journals that I'm starting to work on now. And so I've gathered my items here. I have a couple different coffee stained papers. I have some vintage Holly Hobbie wrapping paper. This is really cute print. I have this piece of blue gingham. My journal cover and everything has a lot of the blue gingham, so I want to tie this in. I know this paper does not have really any blue in it, but after I'm done with this, it'll all tie together and just look really cute. So I have that. I have some cream lace here. These two ribbons were from the Dollar Tree. And then I have my items from Craspire. This is the little melting pot. It's a deer. And you put a little tea light in the bottom and burn that, and then the little scoop here, you put the wax in there and set it on top of there, and you let it melt. It's pretty simple. And I have these little waxes. It actually came with a bunch more wax. Let me show you. It came with all of these little waxes, but I just kind of separated them out by colorway. These are more the cool colors and these are the warmer colors, so I kind of have, I don't have to search through. What are you doing, buddy? So anyway, I'm going to be using the blue ones in here. And then the stamp that I'm using is one that has a cat and some like flowers or some sort of, I don't know what that is there. Some sort of plant on the side and a moon. I thought, since I think I'm going to be using this picture here where Holly Hobbie is holding the cat, just thought that would be cute. And then I have some distress ink to kind of do on the pieces when I'm making it. So why don't we go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how you can make a really cute belly band page idea for your junk journal.
So the first thing I'm going to do is take my gingham paper here and tear off about a 2-inch strip, and that's going to be the base of my belly band. And I like to add the texture to the sides of the belly band, so I'm just slowly tearing this down, trying to follow the line, but not worrying about being too perfect. And then I went ahead and tore just a little sliver off the other side, just so both sides had the torn texture. And then I pulled it over onto my paper and folded the top edge over, and instead of just cutting that piece off the top, I'm going to leave that just folded over to the other side, and I can go later and decorate that or whatever, but I'll just add a little bit to the other side of that paper. So now I'm going to take my walnut stained distress ink and just distress along the edges. Just wanted to add a little color to the sides, just make it a little bit older, I guess, just to kind of go along with my coffee stained paper. the head of this, I need to get a new head for my distress handle because it kept popping off. This part is totally not, I mean, it's up to you whether you want to do the distressing or not. I just like to do it in my journals just to, you know, just adds a little bit more to the project. And before I glue down the edges, I'm going to go ahead and do a little decoration. So I have this Holly Hobbie vintage wrapping paper, and I'm looking on it just to see which picture that I want to use. And I'm going to cut it out initially, but then I'll go and tear around the edges just so it has a rough edge on it. You'll want to pick out whatever it is that whatever theme you're using. Just find an image that will fit nicely on the belly band. It doesn't have to fit all the way. Like you could have some parts of it hanging off the edges, but it helps if if it's kind of the same width as your belly band. So I'm going to tear it a little bit closer to that Holly Hobbie. So I ended up taking off some of the flowers, but I was happy with the piece that I ended up with anyway. And then I'm going to go ahead and distress all the way around this piece as well. Take this ivory crocheted lace, this was from the Dollar Tree I believe, and I'm just going to start layering. I have this lace and then I have a blue gingham ribbon that I found at the Dollar Tree that I think goes really well with this journal. So I'm just going to take a piece of each and kind of overlap it, make it a little bit longer than my page so the ends will stick out the top of my journal, because I love having things sticking out of the sides and the top. I'm going to kind of crisscross these, and then where they crisscross at the top is where I'm going to be putting my wax seal. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of this ribbon and make it about the same size as the lace. I'm trying to figure out now where on the belly band that I want to put that Holly Hobbie. I just want to make sure that I have it so that there's enough space at the top for the wax seal, and that it still looks like it's in the right place. just going to use my tacky glue and put some glue down on the paper. And I'm just going to start over on the right side and then go down towards the left side of the belly band. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the blue ribbon, but going from the right side down to going from the left side down to the right side with my glue. I took my scissors and just trimmed off the edges down at the bottom just so it was even, but I left the two at the top. You just want to take your finger and smooth the ribbons out so they're not, to make sure the glue isn't globbed underneath. And now I'm going to glue the Holly Hobbie image down on there. And I'll just use tacky glue for that as well, just a thin layer. Because this is gift wrap, it's thinner than cardstock, so I just did it really lightly. My tacky glue is kind of thick at this point, so it really takes a lot to push it out or squeeze it out. Now I had already put 3 little pellets of the wax melts into my spoon and had it burning on the little wax melt holder there, and it was about 20 minutes. So I poured that on top at the intersection of the 2 ribbons and then set my wax melt stamp down on top of that. Now the one I decided to use is the one that has the cat on it, because Holly Hobbie is always holding her cat, so I thought that went well. Plus the image had a little cat. And I just thought that looked really cute. But I used 3 of the little kind of a light blue wax. And because I am putting this stamping directly on top of the ribbon, I won't need to use any glue with the wax melts, but you could just stamp with the wax onto some parchment paper and then let it dry, and then you can glue it down. I've used the tacky glue on it. So it's not completely round because this is like only my 3rd time doing the wax melts, but I still was able to pull out the cat image on there. I think it takes just a little bit of practice and just to make sure you get the right amount of wax in there. And now I'm going to take my glue and glue it down at the bottom and then up at the top. And I went ahead and put some glue along the side of the belly band part and then on that little flap that's going to be on the opposite page. And just glued that down. Now you could use your sewing machine and just stitch the top and the bottom, and I may just go ahead and do that just because that's what I do in my journals, but I just wanted to show you that you can just glue it down and it looks fine. I made 2 of these since I'm making 2 Holly Hobbie books, that's why I'm doing that here.
So here are the 2 pages that I made for the Holly Hobbie journals, and I just think they turned out so cute. Just that added touch with the wax melts really adds to the texture and just the detail of the belly band. And then here I'll probably add another image or do something to that, but I just liked the little effect of folding it over and not wasting that little piece of paper. So that'll just add to that side of the page as well. So hopefully you like this idea, using the wax melts on the belly band for your junk journal. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and check out Craspire.com. I have a coupon code down below for you, and their shipping is free over 50. And they have all kinds of wax melt items and other items that you can use in your paper crafting. Alrighty, I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.